Spider-Man comes out tonight, and we now know what Captain Marvel looks like, so discuss amongst yourselves today on Comic Book Now. What's up, guys? I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Chris Killing, and with me is the mighty morphin Matthew Mueller.
Hey, everybody.
Sparkle.
Why do you have to stick it in there? Man, I told you that in confidence.
I know, I'm sorry. How are you doing today?
Killing me, Smalls. I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Doing good.
You had a good day?
I'm post Captain Marvel fever. Yesterday, I was on cloud 9 all day.
You're pretty psyched about it?
Yeah,
we're going to talk about it later. Hold the thought on Captain Marvel.
That's called foreshadowing.
We will get into it. Before we came on air, Matt was showing me his Winnie the Pooh impression, which is really good. It's really good. Matt, you should give it to him. They want to hear it.
Hold on. That's the way I do it. Right? It's not bad.
Really good.
It's not bad.
No, that's
not bad.
That's not bad. All right, we got to get to it. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. We've got all kinds of goodies to discuss. But first on the docket is Marvel's Spider-Man, which releases tonight on the PS4. Fans have been eagerly awaiting this game's release for quite some time now. The reviews have been pouring in, and it's looking like one of the best games to ever be released on PS4. Easily the best superhero game we've got since the Arkham games. Look at how much fun swinging around the city looks. I can't wait. I'm gonna do that tonight because I personally pre-ordered Spider-Man like months ago. So I'm leaving the studio after the show. I'm heading straight to GameStop to pick it up, where I plan to binge it all night long and possibly call out of work tomorrow. You wanna call out of work tomorrow with me and just have a Spider-Man day?
Is this the episode where you throw me under the bus?
Probably. Probably.
I will play it in about a week.
Wait, why aren't you going to get it tonight? I thought you were a comic book fan.
I am, because I am also a Power Rangers fan, and I had to make a choice between backing the Kickstarter, which Heroes of the Grid, I think today's last day, so just plugging that in. I don't even know. It's not like they pay me or anything. But yeah, I had to do that instead. I had to pick, man. And Tomb Raider comes out the next week.
I know the camera's on you right now, but I'm hoping that they could hear me judging you.
It's going to be awesome.
You can come over to my house and play tonight if you want. I've got some extra Spider-Man jammies. I don't mind. You're welcome. We'll have a little Spidey slumber party.
You know what? Let's do it.
You want to do it?
Yes. See? It's done.
This is going to be so much fun. I'm going to see if we can like air it live right here.
I'll have it in a week. Get on it, Gamefly. I have an email yet. So
you heard it, Gamefly.
Hurry up and send it to me.
Yeah, well, Spider-Man isn't the only Marvel thing you can do this weekend. Tomorrow, the second season of Iron Fist hits Netflix, and you can binge watch all 13 episodes in their entirety. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, how much better the second season looks than the first, notably how much better the action scenes appear to be. If you guys are like me and you want to watch the second season of Iron Fist, but you don't have time to crawl through that first season again, not to mention rewatch The Defenders and the second season of Luke Cage, then don't you worry. I've recapped all things Iron Fist in under 2 minutes just for you guys. Check it out. Young Danny Rand is presumed dead after a plane crash that kills his rich parents, but he reappears after 15 years with a glowing hand and some smooth kung fu skills. Nobody believes he is who he says he is. He wants a meeting with his dad's old business partner, Harold Meacham, but Harold's kids, Ward and Joy, tell him their dad is dead. Danny meets Colleen Wing, spends some time in a mental hospital, and lawyers up with Jerry. What a small world. Surprise, Harold's not dead. Big thanks to the hand. Ward has some daddy issues and kills Harold. Turns out Danny was given the job of the Iron Fist to protect the ancient city of Kunlun, but he left. Dude, you literally had one job to do.
You are the worst Iron Fist ever.
Harold comes back from the dead. Let's give another hand to the hand. Nurse Claire drops by for a bit so you know all of this is connected, and we learn more about Madame Gao. She's scary. Ward gets addicted to drugs, needs rehab, and Harold emerges to take over Rand Enterprises, revealing it was him who caused the plane crash 15 years ago. Fight, fight, fight. Ward kills Harold again, and Danny takes Colleen to Kunlun, where they find a bunch of dead hand assassins and the gates closed. What happened? So hunting for the hand to figure out what TF is going on, Danny and Colleen end up in Cambodia, where they're told that the war is actually taking place back in New York City, the very place they just left. So that figures. They head back in time to feel an earthquake caused by Alexandra, who's trying to bring Electro back to life as the Black Sky. Danny runs into his future buddy Luke Cage, and they aren't friends yet. Mean right hook! Police break him up, and Cage tells Nurse Claire about his fight with Danny, and she's like, hey, I know him, he's good people, y'all should be BFFs, so they meet up and hash it out. Later, Danny gets in some trouble, but Cage shows up to help out. Jessica Jones and Daredevil too, so does Zombie Electra, but she's bad now, so Danny fights her off. Danny proposes that they all work together as a team, but Daredevil ain't about that life. Stick escapes with a hand and finds the group, but then Alexandra arrives and offers to spare New York if Danny leaves with her since she needs the Iron Fist and all. He declines. Colleen runs into Bakudo, and she used to be in the Hand. Since they need Iron Fist to carry out their master plan, the group decides to hide Danny, but that doesn't last long when Black Sky shows up, killing Stick, kidnapping Danny, then killing Alexandra, taking over the Hand. Danny wakes up under some big-ass dragon bones because it turns out the Iron Fist isn't just for walloping supervillains, but also for resurrecting dead dragons. Bakudo pops in and cuts off Misty Knight's arm, so Colleen to the rescue. She decapitates Bakudo, they all save the day, and Danny and Colleen get back to their everyday lives. Colleen is helping Misty work on her one-armed chi. They grab some drinks, get in a fight together, leaving everyone wondering, when are we gonna get a Daughters of the Dragon spinoff? Soon after, Danny pays for Misty's new arm. Later, Luke and the gang hang out in a Rand building before Danny eventually returns to lend a helping hand, and they go searching for Bushmaster, which is what they should have called Luke Cage. Bow chicka wow wow. At a greenhouse, they get into a big fight, play patty cake, and we all collectively realize how much cooler Iron Fist is with Luke Cage around. After the fight, the two celebrate over some Mushu and discuss what it takes to be a hero, something Iron Fist is gonna have to put to the test in season 2. Hint hint, it takes a mask, Netflix. Thank you, Angela. I have a talented mouth, huh? I read that. All right, I hope you guys caught all that. In casting news, Henry Cavill is making the jump from the DC universe to the world of Witchers, Witches, and Trolls, as he has been cast as Geralt, the main character from The Witcher, a series being produced by Netflix. Reportedly, the series will be based more on the novels than the video games, but either way, one thing is for sure, Henry Cavill will make long white hair look good. Am I right? Yeah. One other piece of business I want to talk about before we get to the big news is the latest Halloween trailer we got yesterday gave us our best look yet at old Michael Myers. And apparently, age is just a number to this guy because he's still stabbing and lifting people off the ground as if he was but a spry serial killer in his 20s. Maybe it's his diet, or maybe it's genetics, or maybe it's just the demonic presence hidden deep within his fractured psyche. Either way, Halloween looks awesome, and it's clear a lot of care and attention went into recreating the look and feel of the original, so count me in. Speaking of scary movies, The Nun hits theaters tomorrow, and our own junior horror analyst Victoria Maharaja is discussing how The Nun differs from The Conjuring, even though they share the same universe.
What's up, guys? Victoria here. There seems to be a trend in Hollywood these days making films from a larger shared cinematic universe, and The Nun happens to be one of them, tying into the Conjuring films. Now, make no mistake, while there's a clear and strong connection between The Nun and The Conjuring, director Corin Hardy says it's separated in the most organic way.
It wasn't a family in jeopardy in a house with a possession. It was, you know, this sort of slightly more sprawling journey into the unknown, mysterious adventure story.
Which, of course, fulfilled every childhood dream of his and ours after growing up watching gothic horror films. But timing is everything, my friends. You don't get thrills and chills without this component.
You want the audience to feel the environment and become part of that frame long enough to sort of like forget that they're watching the movie, and then gradually, you know, we're going to reveal, you know, maybe something's going to be in this frame with you.
And of course, something we always see in horror films is the one or two characters who always walk down the unlit hallway or open the door when they know good and well something's behind it, and you're thinking, oh my god, you idiot, don't do it. Well, Damian Bashir, who plays the role of Father Burke, says it's like being in the army.
You are a soldier, and there's no coming back. There's no, when they ask you to, boom, a platoon to go in and accomplish a mission, then that's what you do. It doesn't matter, you know, what you face.
Excuse me? It absolutely does. It's the jump scares that always get us, but Hardy says it's not necessarily about that. It's more about the tension that builds up to it.
If you just have jump scares, it is just, but that's just happened, and so, you know, and you didn't expect it, but it was a bit like, that's it, what else? You know, where then it's over and the tension's gone. So if you're trying to build this constant intensity that is an ominousness that is sort of lurking around.
Makes sense. Well, The Nun comes out September 7th, so make sure to leave us a comment below letting us know what you're looking forward to most about it, and make sure to follow me on Twitter @VMagotomy and follow us on Facebook @ComicBook.com.
Thanks, Victoria Motorola Dam. And now, finally, the big news of the week, the news that Brie Larson promised would break the internet. That might have been a slight exaggeration, but she sort of delivered, and thanks to EW, we did get our very first brand spanking look at Captain Marvel, including her in the full uniform, which I really love. A lot of people complain that there's no sash, but I personally see no use for the sash whatsoever from a practical superhero suit perspective. Just something that villains would be able to grab a hold of and use against her and make escalators like more dangerous. I don't know, whatever. We also got our first look at the Skrulls, who I think look pretty spot on from the comics, and we got our first look at Two-Eyed Nick Fury. Head over to ComicBook.com to check out the other pics. Now that we've seen these pictures, though, on a scale of 1 to NSYNC fangirl scream, how excited are you for Captain Marvel?
I love when you make yourself laugh. And that. Yeah.
I just say stupid things a lot.
So if we're gonna go, I'm gonna go No Strings Attached. The first NSYNC album is like not quite high enough.
So
No Strings Attached, NSYNC is where I'm going.
You're very.
That's high.
That's pretty high.
That's high. Celebrity
that's
is like
bye, bye,
5.
bye. That's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Yes. No, they saw it.
Okay. I just want to do it again, just for the people in the back.
No, I'm stoked. I'm excited.
Yeah. So what do you like the sash though, right?
I love the sash. Now, I don't want to say that I don't love this, because I do, and I absolutely do. And it doesn't need the sash. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my God, like the sash, it's terrible. However, I know it's impractical.
Right.
I know it serves no purpose other than to look cool dangling out in the sky.
When she's like flying and stuff.
But it looks awesome.
No, it does look
such
cool.
a big part of like her moving from Miss Marvel to that. That was like the one thing she kept. All I want is a nod.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to like, oh hey, look at that, and they can even make fun of it. That's fine. Like, why would I wear that? Comment. I'd be perfect with that. I just want a nod.
Yeah.
Just a little tip of the hat.
Just
That's all
little,
I want.
Little thing. Did you see in Luke Cage when they put him in the yellow shirt and chains for like
And
2
I love
seconds?
that because Power Man looks ridiculous. I don't want a whole show of Power Man. I totally love that. Acknowledge it. Cool. We move on, and you don't look ridiculous.
Well, what do you think about the Skrulls? A lot of people have been giving them crap, and we talked about this earlier, and I think they look fine.
I think they look fine. They don't look like Piccolo.
No.
They don't, they don't look like Piccolo.
No.
I'm fine with them. I did see one fan edit on Instagram where they like whited out the eyes, and that kind of looked better. Like, it actually kind of looked cooler.
Right.
And they darkened the helmet. But overall, I think they look like Skrulls. I mean, let's remember that Skrulls look inherently ridiculous anyway.
Yeah.
They're green aliens with pointed
With the
ears
Thanos chin.
and purple suits. I mean, come on. Let's remember what we're basing it on here.
Plus, they're probably not going to look like Skrulls most of the time anyways.
Exactly.
Since they're shapeshifters and all. Anyways, it's our favorite part of the show, guys. It's Q&A time. I don't know if you guys are in the comments right now dropping some questions, but if you have any, let them know. Matt's going over it right now. And that's the BD thing to do. He likes doing that. I try to keep that tradition going. Did it scare you? You thought I was going to hit you with it?
I did. It brought memories of
I
high
would never
school.
throw anything at you.
Oh, thank you.
Stop. Anyways, what's our first question? What do we have?
So our first question is from Prince Sharman Isaiah Drake, an amazing name, by the way. Asks, do you think we will see Justice League 2 after the solo movies?
Yes, if these next batch of solo movies do well. I think that if Shazam kills it and Aquaman kills it, you know, I think they're definitely going to have a second Justice League and incorporating some of those characters. But yeah, I think the short answer is yes.
I think yes, but I think it'll look very different than the current like DCU.
Sure.
Also, just as a personal aside, like a personal hope,
Right.
I hope Ben Affleck is still Batman because I know he gets a lot of hate.
We should probably not even get on that.
I love Batfleck.
Yeah?
I love that. I love it. I want him in Justice League 2. It can be a totally different tone. Change it up. It needs that. Justice League was not a great movie.
No.
But I want Batfleck as part of it. I know that's I'll get.
Well, so
Get a ton
you
with that.
mentioned the tone-wise. Do you think it could be like a soft rebranding?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they are going to
Take a cue from Wonder Woman, take a cue from Aquaman, because Aquaman's already shown it's going in a different direction as tone. Shazam. By the time you get to Justice League 2, because let's put it in perspective, you're going to probably have another 2 movies before that anyway.
Right.
You're going to have it's going to be different. So just roll with it. Don't make it a big thing. Just roll with it.
That's too far ahead in the future. All I want to see right now is Shazam. I'm super stoked.
Shazam!
Everybody knows I'm stoked about Shazam. Anyways, let's get to another question.
All right, Reese Williams asks, when do you think the Captain Marvel trailer is going to be dropped?
Oh, good old Reese. Any day now. We were kind of expecting it with the tease yesterday.
Yeah, I expected at least a teaser. I didn't expect a full trailer, but I expected a teaser. I'm saying by next week.
Yeah, or what about a teaser for the teaser? Have you seen those? Those are annoying.
I hate those.
Yeah.
But I get it. We're in that world now.
Tomorrow.
So it'll be a teaser.
The
for the teaser
trailer.
So let me rephrase that then. A teaser for the teaser for the trailer will release next week.
That'll probably over the span of all week.
And then we'll get the teaser, and then we'll get the trailer. Yeah, and that's how it is.
Do you think they could stretch that out anymore? I would like to see somebody try. I would love a movie. I'm surprised like a Deadpool hasn't done something like that.
I mean, I've seen like where they tease, or they'll like tease cosplays where they literally show like a portion of the photo and do it over like 7 posts, and I'm like, really? Like, is that needed? But it works. It does like catch your eye, and you're like, what the hell is that? Like, yeah.
It works if you want me to unfollow you.
Fair enough.
Let's go to another question.
Charles Vane asks, Venom sequels 2 and 3 announced. Feelings?
Well, I don't think that the sequels have been formally announced, right? Especially not 2 or 3. From what I understand, Woody Harrelson came out and confirmed that they're planning a sequel, which he's going to have a bigger part in, but I don't think that they have not come out and just said, yeah, we're making Venom 2 and we're making 3.
No,
it's on the docket.
The director of Venom, Ruben Fleischer,
Yeah.
basically said that the seeds for sequels are there in the first one. So if it does, which he made sure to like highlight, if it does well, the seeds are there for them to get sequels out of. So he hopes everyone likes it because it is there.
From what I've heard is, I mean, they originally planned for Venom to be like a hard R, and now they're pulling that back and planning on making it a PG-13 movie in the hopes that they will connect Venom to Spider-Man.
Do you like that, by the way? Are you okay with that they did that, where they pulled back on the R?
If it means that we get Venom with Spider-Man, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the thing that does it for you.
I like, yeah. If otherwise, I would have loved an R-rated Venom movie. But if it means that we get Tom Holland Spider-Man showing up fighting Tom Hardy Venom,
boy, that's confusing.
Yes.
I'm gonna bungle that like for the next.
I was really impressed with myself. I was saying it slowly to make sure that I didn't mess that up. But yeah, I would be down for a PG-13 Venom if it means that we're gonna lead to Spider-Man.
I don't think there's any way we don't get at least a mention. At least a mention.
You have to.
To be fair, I'm okay with him not being in the movie.
Oh, that's a terrible.
I know. I'm not like. Now, granted, I'm not the biggest Venom person, so you're not talking to like someone who's like loves and dies for the character. But I like the Flash Thompson version.
Right.
Spider-Man was involved in that, but he wasn't always involved in it, and I found the character really interesting.
That's how you feel? Well, I don't care if they make another Power Rangers movie.
I did say that! And they will. Thank you, Hasbro.
That is all the time we've got for today. You guys follow me on Twitter, at Chris Killian. Follow Matt at, what is it, at Matt Mueller CB?
That's right.
I got it right. There you go. You guys, thank you for joining us, and check us out next week.